We're starting a new series where we highlight a different attraction from the Disneyland Resort each month. And this is the first episode of that series, and we're going to be highlighting Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. This is episode 63. I'm Soraya.
I'm Aurora.
And together we're just your average Disney travelers. I asked Aurora to pick our first attraction to spotlight, and if you listened to our trip review last month from when we went to Disneyland right before Thanksgiving, you won't be surprised that she picked the Mission Breakout ride because that's a new favorite.
Yeah. I don't even think there's hesitation.
No.
I'm pretty sure you asked, and I was just like, Guardians.
Yep, pretty much. And so it shouldn't be a very big surprise since that's a new favorite you've finally tried again after many years of being traumatized by that ride.
Yeah.
And you've gotten over that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so first a little bit of background. The Disneyland version, this ride was originally the Twilight Tower of Terror, or Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. And that ride first appeared in Walt Disney World in, I believe it was 1994. 10 years later, they opened it at Disneyland. It was called the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, and it's pretty popular. And it was a very controversial thing at the time, but in 2017, on January 3rd, it closed. And they did announce right away that they wouldn't really be changing what the ride did, but they were changing the theme.
Yeah.
And it was going to be Guardians of the Galaxy, and everyone was up in an uproar, and people were very upset because people get very attached to their Disney, not just attractions, but anything Disney, anything in the parks. It could even be like a little food stand sometimes, They get these cult followings, and man, people would get upset when they were really upset about Tower of Terror, even though they were going to still have it at Walt Disney World. And but it did reopen as the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout on May 27th. That was the official opening. I think it had a soft opening a couple days before, but in 2017. So it was only down for like 5 months. It didn't take very long because they weren't they were just resurfacing everything, reimagining the theme of it. But the actual ride, like what it does, didn't really change a whole lot. It's located in the Disney California Adventure Park at Disneyland. And it was originally in the Hollywoodland portion of that park. And even though it hasn't moved, the boundaries have changed on the lands, and it is now considered part of Avengers Campus. So that is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout to start.
Yes.
What else can you tell us about this ride?
Okay, well, the attraction type it's a drop tower. So, big drops, it's dark, scary, girl, yeah.
Dark, scary, yeah. And so it's classified for teens and adults. I mean, children can go on it, but
they tend to be more sensitive.
Yeah, you're going to want a daredevil kid going on it.
Yeah.
And there are some out there.
The height is 183 feet. It's the tallest attraction at the resort. It also goes 40 feet below ground. So about
if you were
3 floors.
Yeah, so if you were to put that together, it adds up quite a bit. I don't always realize sometimes when we're going down below. I mean, it's even though you know that sometimes you'll either go downstairs or an elevator or something. Sometimes I just don't realize, or even just like the slope, like when you're going in Indiana. The queue. I don't always realize just how low we're going. So, yeah, this goes down.
Forced perspective.
It is. But, okay, what else?
The drop is 130 feet.
Okay, that's pretty intense, yeah.
The speed is 39 miles per hour. The duration is about 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah, so not very long.
I wish it was longer.
When you're on it, it might feel longer, depending on how much you...
It's really short.
It depends on how much you enjoy or get freaked out by the ride.
Must be able to transfer from a wheelchair or ECV, and you go through a regular line.
Yeah, so if you're in a wheelchair or something, you are going to use the regular queue. You don't need to go like through a back entrance or anything. But once you get to the part where you're actually boarding the elevator, you're going to need to be able to get out of your wheelchair to get into the new seat. And it said that you have to be able to transfer yourself or with the help of your party. It doesn't say anything about Disney helping you to transfer, so make sure that you're able to do that. And then...
Yes. And you have to be at least 40 inches to be able to ride.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, and that's not the tallest that they have. They have some that are taller requirements in the parks.
Isn't it usually 48?
Yeah, I don't know about usually, but 40 is kind of a little bit on the shorter side.
Yeah.
So it's not about height, but so a lot of kids would qualify for this ride, but maybe aren't ready emotionally.
Yeah.
But maybe they are. Some are.
Okay. And the lightning lane is available for this ride, and it is accessed. What did I say? Accessed by purchasing Disney Genie Plus.
All right, which is new, well, ish, for the last month or so at Disneyland.
It's pretty new.
That's new. All right, so Disney has a description of this ride. So Tanelair Tavon, is that how you say his name?
Yes.
Okay, Tanelair Tavon,
I'm pretty sure.
Also-
At least for the last name.
also known as the Collector, has brought his unique collection of fantastical fauna, relics, and species from across the cosmos to Earth for the very first time. He offers to show you his newest acquisition, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket, Drax, and Groot are all held captive in electrified glass containers or cases that dangle perilously over an abyss. So, when Rocket escapes, he commandeers a gantry lift, basically those elevators, and enlists your help on a harrowing mission to rescue his fellow Guardians. Prepare to unleash intergalactic mayhem from the top of the fortress all the way down to the bottom as one of Star-Lord's awesome mixtapes blasts a classic tune. With incredible special effects, appearances by popular characters, music inspired by the soundtracks from the movies, thrilling free-fall drop sequences, and 6 different storylines to experience, this adventure breaks out all the big thrills. Now, why on earth would it have taken you so long to go on this ride, Aurora? Doesn't that sound exciting?
Well, yeah, it does.
It does sound exciting.
I was excited. Like, I did want to go on it for a while.
Before you actually ended
Yeah.
up. Well, good.
Yeah.
I think that by the time you're in the teen years, most kids are going to start to be really interested, if they're not already interested, in this type of a ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Some fun facts. What have you got?
Okay. So, it's the first attraction based on Marvel comic characters in any of the Disney U.S. parks.
Which is mostly because of...
Copyrights.
Yeah, just different arrangements and deals they've had.
But now they have a couple more. Well,
Yeah, more coming.
A more.
Yeah.
The singular right now. Anyways, there are 6 drop sequences, each linked to its own visuals and songs.
So you can ride on it multiple times and get a different experience.
Yeah.
Different drop sequences, too. Because I remember... Well, I was going to share it later, but yeah, it's like, so if you went on it frequently, you'd start to get to where you could predict the drops.
Yeah.
And now, that was the old way. So that was one of the changes with this that was really nice when they reopened as Guardians of the Galaxy. That they, first of all, I love the music in it.
Yeah.
The music is so fun. And that makes the ride even more fun. But having the different sequences, you don't know which one you're going to get when you get on. And there's 6 different ones, and it's hard to memorize all 6. So it's you would have to be going on this nonstop for a long time to be able to know as soon as you hear the music what exactly the sequence is going to be and everything. So it's fun. I like when you don't know, you can't predict.
Yeah.
Kind of makes it more exciting.
Yep. The queue line contains tributes to classic Disneyland Resort attractions as well as objects from the Disney and Marvel universes.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a couple, not even just one, but a couple of references to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
We love that show.
Yeah.
Or loved, I guess. It's no longer going, but yeah.
Stan Lee makes a cameo appearance in the welcome video.
Awesome.
It was pretty cool. During Halloween time, after sunset each day, the ride transforms into Guardians of the Galaxy Monsters After Dark. So, the events during Monsters After Dark take place chronologically after Mission Breakout. The Guardians escaped, but accidentally left. This is the storyline.
Yeah.
But accidentally left Groot behind. So Rocket returns and asks guests to distract the escaped creatures while he rescues Groot. On Halloween Day, Monsters After Dark is open all day, not just after sunset.
Yeah. And you haven't done that yet.
No.
Because when we went, it was not Halloween time. But, like, your dad and sister have done it, and they loved it, too. So, that's a fun twist on the ride that only happens during Halloween season. So, that's fun. I was thinking back also when you're talking about the queue line, how it has different things. And it has objects from the Disney and Marvel universes and stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if eventually, plus, like it said, it had, like, different things from attractions, like classic attractions. Yeah. I wonder if ever Fast Pass tickets will get entered into the exhibit as one of the relics that they have.
That would be pretty fun.
I know, they should. They totally should.
They're like all really, they're probably like old and kind of like
all
withered.
Brittle and yeah. Like and behind glass, if you touched it, it would like wither away and fall apart. Yeah. Okay, so do you have any favorite memories or experiences from this ride? Now, granted, the only time you've ridden it enjoyably was this last time.
Well, I never read this version of the ride.
That's true. You
Actually, I never rode Tower Terror in Disneyland either.
No, you rode at Disney World Tower of Terror, but not ever in Disneyland until this last trip.
Yeah.
So what are some, I mean, from your one experience?
Although it was so many times.
I was going to say the one trip, but you've managed to get a good 15 or 16 rides in there probably.
Yep. I remember this one track. I don't remember which one it was.
Okay.
I'll have to ask Dad. But basically it has specifically this one drop I really like, because usually like the drops you don't really go up that much. Like you go up a little and then you quickly just go back down in your seat but while you're still dropping. But this one you float. You have like this hang time for like several seconds. Mm-hmm. Which doesn't seem long, but when you're in the moment, it feels awesome.
It does, it does feel a lot longer.
Yeah.
One of the things we forgot to mention as one of the fun facts is that it's not just a free fall.
Oh, yeah, no. I think it's, don't they, like, at the beginning of the fall, they actually kind of push?
I don't know if it's a push or a pull, but...
Yeah, they do something
it's an assisted free fall.
Yeah. Where you kind of fall a little faster.
Yeah,
which is why you, like, often, like, most likely why you, like, kind of, like, float and then go back down your seat while you're falling.
Yeah, because...
that's not how gravity works.
Because I guess when it was just pure gravity, they're like, oh, this isn't fast enough.
Yeah.
This isn't fun enough and not scary enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, they actually pull you down, or whichever way you look at it, whether it's pulled down. I would imagine pulled down, but... and
it's probably safer than push.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So anyhow, yeah. So all right. So you liked that particular part.
Oh yeah, and then that guy.
That guy. Which guy?
The guy for the Disney the what are they called? The attendants?
Oh, the cast members.
Yeah, the cast members. Well, I didn't know if they had like a specific name, because like didn't they when it was Tower Terror they had a specific name?
I don't know if they do or don't, but it doesn't matter. They're all cast members.
Anyways, the cast member who was putting us on, I don't remember if we should start.
Oh.
Yeah, it was the really energetic guy that me and Dad.
Yeah.
Just like, this is totally, like, I don't remember exactly what it was every time.
He was loading the lift, and then Like,
and it was already kind of like we're already really confused because like it normally has like before the doors even open, it has like the blinking lights and it's like please raise your hands for clearance. But it had none of that happen and just opened the doors.
and he poked his head in.
Yeah.
And what did he say?
I don't remember exactly, but like he's going really fast too. It was
Yes.
just like it's completely safe. We had to manually shut it down or something like that. And we'll explain later. We're gonna load you on.
Yeah, so he like blazed through all these phrases, and you're catching these little blurps like completely safe, don't worry.
Yeah.
We manually change.
Oh no, actually the manually goes later.
And then
Oh,
he's like,
just like we're gonna
just
load
don't
you
worry,
on now.
we'll explain later, and then get you onto the ride. And it's like that, and that's not normal.
Both me and my dad, we're just like it probably would just been better if you didn't.
Yeah,
just
didn't say anything at all and pretend like everything was fine and hadn't had anything. But what was it? You guys finally found out what it was?
Someone didn't buckle properly, and it does sound like it was on purpose.
In the previous
one, and they have sensors to know like whenever like if someone's seated or not, like
right,
and all that. And so they had to manually shut down. I don't know if probably just that one.
Yeah, that one lift.
Yeah. Though it's kind of like on two. There's like two levels and they're right on top of each other, so they might have done two at the time. Shut both of them.
I think they do one at a time because I'm pretty sure as one's loading, the other one's riding, and then vice versa. I think they
move
do
backwards.
Yeah. You take turns being in that actual.
Yeah,
drop
I forgot
shaft.
about that. Never mind. Probably this one.
So here's a hot tip.
Buckle properly.
Buckle properly. If you want to get either injured or possibly even killed, or if you survive all that, kicked out of the parks probably forever, then don't intentionally buckle wrong, because guaranteed one of those things will happen, if not more than one.
Yeah, just
buckle properly. Don't try to cheat the system. Don't be stupid.
Though, in case you're getting nervous as if like if the buckle didn't work properly, how it works, as long as you kind of just hold it, because there are handles on the seats, if you hold them when the drops first start, and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
like, as long as you're not
like
true. Woo.
Yeah. With your arms up. Yeah,
because like while you're falling, when you're not having the assistance, you're not gonna float up. That's not how gravity works.
Yeah,
and so. As long as
despite what the movies show.
Though it's not going to break. Your belt's not going to malfunction.
Yeah.
They check it every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just want to add that a little bit.
Yeah. But anyways, okay, so that was a fun experience.
Yeah.
I just remember back to when Acadia and Sammy, our cousin.
But that wasn't Guardians.
No, it wasn't. It was the same place, the same building, the same seats, the same everything except a different theme.
I'm sure that they used the same seats.
Oh my gosh! So they rode this as Tower of Terror so many times. I think that was like pretty much the only thing they did that whole day. They did it
do that
umpteen times, not an exaggeration, and but they were the ones that said by the end of the day it was boring because they knew exactly when the drops would happen, because that was back before they had the different sequences. And so they were aiming to do 13 in one day, which they did. In fact, I think they did 14 because one of them, the photos didn't turn out. So they took one again so that they'd have 13 photos from the same day. And anyways, so yeah, by the end they were kind of getting bored of it. And so now that they probably would not get bored.
Yeah.
They would definitely be having a lot more fun. All right, do we have any tips for this? I don't know if I have any strong memories myself personally, so I think
as we've said before, the line usually is way shorter than what it says.
Yeah, our experience has been that the line is often shorter than what is listed on the app.
On average, we only waited about 15-20 minutes.
Yeah. And that's
for it, so
that's really good.
That is really good.
That's really nice.
And there's lots of cool details you can find.
Things to look at.
Yeah.
Especially once you get inside.
There is this one that's actually that continues outside a little bit if you're paying attention.
A detail?
Yeah. I won't share exactly what it is. Yeah. But you can see parts of it outside, you can see parts of it in the gift shop as you're leaving. And then you'll see the reason exactly count.
Can you say what they should look for without saying what exactly, giving away what the end is?
Paint.
Okay. Paint?
Yeah, look for paint.
Okay. All right, good.
Yeah.
Good tip.
And, like, it is really cool to find, like, just the details they have.
I think my biggest tip for if you're riding this ride, especially if you're nervous about it, and even if you're not nervous, even if you're excited, once you actually start to board, then you start to get nervous a little bit. Because it's like, oh, wait, we're about to drop. Be pulled down these so many stories. Pushed. I don't even know how many stories, like 10 stories. So my biggest tip would just be to relax. Relax, because the more tense you are, the more nervous and anxious you are, the more unpleasant it will be. If you can relax and just enjoy it, like totally welcome it, it is a lot of fun, especially if you listen to the music and you're watching the images that come up, you know, the scenes that you get to see the storyline. They're funny. They're funny storylines. They do it intentionally. It's funny. And so totally just embrace that and pay attention to all of that and just, you know, let yourself relax a little bit. At first, when Ryan would go, because at first he would always grip really tightly and try not to float up and all this, and that just made it unpleasant for him. When he started to just relax, he wouldn't even raise his arms. He would just let them sit on his lap and allow them to float up a little bit when you get that drop feeling, that feeling where you're floating before you fall. And he would just allow that to happen. And now he's like arms up and everything. But at first, it was just a matter of relaxing and allowing it to happen naturally. And he started to love it. It was just so much more fun. Now he'll just put his arms up because he loves it.
Even my first time, I remember just like relax. I mean, I wasn't exactly relaxed, but I did have my arms up, though the rest of me was still tense.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I still, like, I did that, and like, I know that made a difference.
Yeah.
Because if I had just been really tense, that wouldn't have been nearly as fun.
And you can be relaxed without having your arms up. You can be relaxed even while your hands are on the handles. Mm-hmm. Even if you're, just try not to let your body get tense. Just relax and allow yourself to float a little bit out of your seat. You'll feel the seatbelt holding you down. Yeah. And then you can not worry.
I have a tip, because I did not realize this until my dad told me a couple of times after I read it. You can tighten the seatbelt.
So if someone was a little bit larger than you that was in that seat before and it's a little bit loose?
No, because remember how you have to pull it out of the thing?
Right.
But because you have to pull it, but sometimes, like, you can be really loose. And I was like, because there was one time where I was a bit more loose than I would have wanted. But all you have to do is just kind of kind of push the belt back into the little hole it came out of. And then because of the lock, it won't come back out, so don't do it too much where you can't breathe. Super tight, yeah. Yeah, but like get it to where you're comfortable with. And so then you're not. So
So you don't feel like you're about to fly out of the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good tip. All right, one more tip. So you go through when you exit this ride. Well, at least one more for me. I don't know if you have another one, but as you exit, they exit you through a gift shop, which is fun to look around. But then, as you're walking down back to the path, there's a cart on the right called Terran Treats.
That's not really
It is a total tip. Go and get yourself a cosmic cream orb.
It's not specific.
Because that is so good. That is like one of my favorite treats now at Disneyland. I mean, it is just so good. Don't you agree? It is totally good. It is good. Yeah. So that's my final tip. After your ride, go down and get yourself a cosmic cream orb.
And then get back in the ride.
And then get back in line.
Get in line, yeah.
You can eat it while you're in line.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so that was Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, one of Aurora's new favorite rides. It's at Disneyland. It's super popular. And you can still go and ride Tower of Terror at Disney World, which is also super popular. But we have the Marvel-themed Guardians of the Galaxy version, and it's super fun. I think, because of the music especially, I prefer this version better than the Tower of Terror, to be honest. And in fact, I said that there was a lot of controversy when it was first announced that it was going to be closing and changing to this. And now, once people wrote it, they loved it. And all the people that were very critical and skeptical, they say that they like this even better. And so, lots of fun. Give it a try if you haven't yet. And that's it. So we will continue this series and look at other attractions throughout the year.
Yeah.
But for now, that's it. We'll see you next week.
See you.